Everybody's talking about the guys in the first round, the second round for the Lions, but today I want to talk about some of those under the radar guys that the Lions can swoop in and steal late. Let's jump into it. Hi, Mike Payton from A to Z Sports Detroit. Today we're going to talk about 6 under the radar players that the Lions got to be in on in the 2025 NFL Draft. Let's jump right into it with the MAC Defensive Player of the Year, Sean Dolak from Buffalo. This guy can play. 168 tackles last year, 6.5 sacks, 5 interceptions. This dude did it all. The Lions have already reportedly rumored to have some interest in him. They were at his pro day. We'll see where things go with that. He's probably going to be somebody in the 7th round or lower. Kind of an undersized guy, but just plays really hard. Smaller school. That sort of thing just kind of pushes guys down the board. But this guy, I'm telling you, there was something there with him. Maybe you get him as an undrafted free agent, a priority undrafted free agent. You see what you can do with him. I know the Lions have a lot of linebackers already. That didn't stop them last summer when they had a lot of linebackers. They just love these guys. They love signing them. They love bringing them in, seeing what they could do. I think Dolak is somebody that you have got to take a shot at. The next guy is LSU's Savion Jones. This is an edge rusher, had a big Senior Bowl, was really impressive in that game. He's, a decent edge rusher. To me, he's a lot like James Houston, but in a good way, in the sense that he has a really good bull rush, can kind of win with his hands, has some good bend, but you're waiting for him to develop more in his tool chest. I think he has a little bit better developmental than James does, and the Lions are probably not going to try to ask him to also be a Sam linebacker and all the there's something there with him. He's got a better size, better frame than Houston, but I see a lot of parallels there. Still, this is a guy that could be just a pass rush monster as a depth guy. I wouldn't start him necessarily, but this is somebody coming into the rotation, can bull rush his way to the quarterback, can be just a powerful guy, somebody I really like. The next guy is Oregon cornerback Jabbar Muhammad. Now, if this guy wasn't 5'10" and 185 pounds, if he was 6'1" and 200 pounds, I think he'd be a day 2, maybe even a day 1 cornerback. This guy's really good, very scrappy, kind of like DJ Reed or Amik Robertson. A smaller guy, you would think he would have a lot of trouble with some of the bigger receivers, but just kind of sticks to these guys like glue. Last year, he showed some, I know this is crazy, but he showed some lockdown ability at Oregon. Just kind of, there were a lot of situations in which quarterbacks just didn't even throw his way. And when they did, he was able to stop it, had a lot of pass breakups, had a reception percentage allowed of less than 60%. This is a pretty good guy. That good cornerback, somebody you get in the 6th or 7th round, and then be the team that was happy they drafted the guy low and while he flourishes. The next guy is Sacramento State offensive lineman Jackson Slater. Really like this guy. It's FCS school, but Sacramento State is actually getting a lot better. They're really good at recruiting. They're going to be an FBS school before you know it. I think maybe even this year. Slater was really good for them last year and the year before. In the past 2 years combined, he's only allowed 13 pressures, no sacks. That's somebody that you could probably grab in the 4th or 5th round. There's your future guard alongside Christian Mahogany, and you didn't have to give up any high draft assets to get him. I like this pick a lot. The next guy is UC Davis running back Lan Larison. The Lions had this guy in for a top 30 visit. This is an FCS running back who had almost 2,500 total yards last year in rushing and receiving. At 6'1", I wonder if maybe the Lions see him as a receiver rather than they do a running back. But this guy, he wowed everybody. It's a shock that he is not, it's a shock he's not in the draft. He's going to be an undrafted free agent, maybe a 7th round guy at most. But this guy is unbelievable. When you watch the film, you see all the things he's able to do as a running back. He's hurdling guys, he's juking everybody. But also as a receiver, he's out there making one-handed catches, contested catches. This is a really interesting prospect that I think if he was in a D1 school, he would probably be a day 2 guy. So we'll see if the Lions wind up going that route. We know there's interest. we'll see what happens. The last guy is Syracuse edge Fadil Diggs. The Lions had a virtual meeting with him recently. He had 42 pressures and 8 sacks last year. There's some possibility there. He's played in the SEC. He was with Texas A&M for a little while, wound up transferring to Syracuse where he really had the best year of his career. He's somebody who's expected to go in the 5th or 6th round. A solid edge rusher. If you're going to pair up, the Lions should probably take somebody higher, but if you have a chance to take another one later, like a Savion Jones, who we mentioned earlier, or Fadil Diggs, those guys would be perfect for that type of situation. That's the top 6 guys that we are looking at under the radar. Let me know what you guys think of these prospects, and we'll see you next time.